lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
To the town of our free rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas red, not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the Ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
You saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Play the guitar, play it again, my Johnny. Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm inside. I was always a fool for my Johnny, for the one they call Johnny Guitar. What if you go? What if you stay? I love you. What if you're cruel? You can be kind, I know. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar. Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar.
It's a sin, my darling, how I love you, because I know our love can never be. It's a sin to keep this memory of you when silence proves that you've forgotten me. The dream I built for us has tumbled, each promise broken like my heart. It's a sin, my darling, how I love you, so much in love and yet so far apart. It's a sin to hide behind this heartache, to make believe that I've found someone new. It's a sin to say that I don't miss you, when people know I'm still in love with you. I'm sure you're happy with another who shares the love I couldn't win. Why pretend that I can't live without you, when deep inside I know that it's a sin.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle,
Jingle, jangle,
as I go riding merrily along.
jingle, jangle,
And they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single?
jingle, jangle,
And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
jingle, jangle,
Oh, Lily Bell,
oh, Lily Bell,
oh, Lily Bell,
oh, Lily Bell.
though I may have done some fooling
and this is why I never fell. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle,
Jingle jangle,
as I go riding merrily along.
jingle jangle,
And they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single?
jingle jangle,
And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
jingle jangle.
Got spurs that jingle, jingle,
I got
jingle,
spurs that jingle, jangle,
as I go
jingle,
riding merrily
as I
along.
go riding merrily
And they
along.
sing, oh, ain't you glad
And
you're
they
single?
sing, oh, ain't you glad that
And
you're
that song
single?
ain't so very far
And
from
that song
wrong.
ain't so very far from wrong.
Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never cried that I never spells that jingle,
I
jangle,
got
jingle,
spurs that jingle,
as I
jangle,
go
jingle,
riding merrily
as I go
along.
riding merrily
And they
along.
sing, oh, ain't you glad
And they
you're
sing,
single?
no, ain't you glad
And
that
that
you're
song
single?
ain't so very far
And that
from wrong.
song ain't so very far from wrong.
From this wasteland they say you are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are taking the sunshine that has brightened our road for a while. So come sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the New Vegas Valley and the drifter that loved you so true. For a long time, my darling, I've waited for the sweet words you never would say. Now at last all my fond hopes have vanished, for they say that you're going away. So come sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the New Vegas Valley and the drifter that loved you so true.
I got a hangover heart from your kisses last night. My head is so heavy, the tears blind my sight. You know, long
longer love me. You said we must part, and all I have left is a hangover heart. Too much wine from the bottle makes you feel bad next day, but take another drink and that feeling goes away. But tell me, my darling, just how I should start to lose this old feeling of a hangover heart. No pills from the doctor, no drugs from the store will help me forget the one I adore. I don't need a doctor, no nurse with her chart. All I need is you for my hangover heart. Come back to me, baby, let's make a new start and take away the pain of this hangover heart.
Where the big horners roam, where the mole rat and the fire gecko play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and my skin is not glowing all day. Home, home on the wastes, where the mole rat and the fire gecko play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and my skin is not glowing all day, where the rats ain't too high, the water's not bad, the rat's corpse are playful and mild. Oh, I would not exchange this home on the wastes for all the big cities so wild. Home, home on the wastes, where the master's great armies once played, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and my rats are not rising all day. Home, home on the waste, where the mole rat and the fire gecko play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and my skin is not glowing all day. As I walked out in the streets of New Reno, as I walked out in New Reno one day, I spied a young cowboy all wrapped in white linen, wrapped in white linen and cold as the clay. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly, play the dead march as you bear me alone. Take me to the valley and lay the sod o'er me. I'm a young cowboy see by your outfit that you are a cowboy. These words he did say as I slowly walked by. Come sit down beside me and hear my sad story. I'm shot in the chest and today I must die. Go bring me a cup of cold water to cool my parched lips, the cowboy then said. Before I returned, his soul had departed and gone to the roundup, the cowboy was dead. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Play the dead march as you bear me along. Take me to the valley and lay the sod o'er me. For I'm a young cowboy, I know I've done wrong.
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. On a silver screen, he melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Although I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of her first affair. Will it ever cloy this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the boy. Mad about the boy.
Dust whirls on the plain, making patterns as we walk down Lover's Lane. Seems that each new step is somehow preordained. I've not traveled this way before. Green clouds in the sky, seen forever, but we know by and by that they fade just like caravans passing by. Love seemed like that before. Since I found you, there's no doubt left in my heart. I've cleared all the raiders away. I see it clearly, so we don't need any chart. No prospectors, no mercs, no Brahmin baron jerks.
the tops lights in the night, shining down upon our love as it takes flight. It just seems that with some passing luck, we might find all that we've had before, and some more. Now those green clouds and dust whirls, lights in the sky are real, because it's not been like this before.
Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number three was when you called me and said that you were coming back to stay. With hopeful heart I waited for you, knocked on the door. I waited but you must have lost your way. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
When an irresistible force such as you meets an old immovable object like me, you can bet just as sure as you live, something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give. When an irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine, don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight, 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 fight it with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night we'll find out as sure as we live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do, I love you. If you break my heart, I die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. 'Cause you got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart is done been broken just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Stars of the midnight ranges, shining through the night. Stars of the midnight ranges, light my way tonight. While my herd is grazing, guide them till the dawn. Watch them while I'm sleeping, till the stars are gone. Candles up in heaven, lend your light so strange, guide my weary doggie. Stars of the midnight rain.
Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Take me out of this world tonight. Take me
make me forget my sorrow. So when I wake tomorrow, I'll know our love was right. Kiss me as though it were now or never. Teach me all that a heart should know. Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Oh, my darling, love me. Don't ever let me go. Love me as though there were no tomorrow.